Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Tonya Harbin Real Estate Hour. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to talk real estate, how to buy it, how to sell it, how to make the most out of your investment. And also, we're going to talk about how to make yourself better so you can sell your home and continue going on to where you want to go. Maybe I want to buy a home like Tonya Harbin's new place, which has got, I've heard rumors that it's got a wonderful walking trail that we can go hiking on, and she's looking at me like I'm a nut job. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we love you, Tonya! Oh, yes, we do! We love you, Tonya! We love you true! Because Tonya's got the real deal. How about it?
Good morning, Rudy.
Good
I don't know that we have
morning to
walking trails, but we do have a donkey.
Seriously. What is, I already think I tried to tell you what you should have named him. Hody.
Well, his name is Pedro. He came with that name. But we're supposed to be getting I don't remember what they call a girl donkey. Is it a June? I don't know. They call it something. I'm not really, I don't know these things.
The next time you get another boy
Because
donkey.
then they're going to have babies, and we're going to have miniature baby donkeys, apparently.
There you go. And name one of the boys Hody.
Hody.
Yeah, Donkey Hody. Sorry, dad jokes coming out already this early in the morning. So, the weather in West Texas this time of year, it's always going to be flip-flopping, up and down, up and down. And last weekend you came in to do the show. You came in right after your Pilates class. You're doing Pilates. What in the Sam Hill is that, Tonya? I don't even know. Is it something where you go and have a little glass of wine and
Yes,
ladies
exactly.
talk?
It is, well, okay, so we have Cara here with Big Country Med Spa, and I'll let her explain to you what Pilates is. She's the one that got me going to Pilates.
That's true. And I actually knew that you were going to pass that question off to me. I think I can explain it a little better. So Pilates is, it's a type of exercise. It's physical activity that really focuses on mobility, but strengthening your body through that full range, So it really helps to stabilize the core, the back, so it helps you become stronger, but also more mobile and more functional. So Pilates is great way to get some physical activity that's not crazy strenuous. So
I really do like it. I am not flexible whatsoever, but I feel like I am more flexible than when I started 2 months ago. Which isn't a lot, but it's a little bit.
Well, my question came because what is Pilates? And then my next question follow-up is the Big Country Med Spa. What do you actually do? I mean, can you help me trim down, slim up? I'm not one that likes to... Look, the Big Country Med Spa. I keep thinking, wow, Med Spa, I want to go and have a good time. And we have now the guy that's heading up what's his name, Kennedy, that's like going, oh, we're going to do away with this ketchup and that mustard and this, that, and the other. And restaurants are getting rid of a lot of that garbage, and I'm so grateful for that.
Wait, they're getting rid of ketchup? I like ketchup.
All right. Caroline with Big Country Med Spa, can you share with us? Because some of the ketchups aren't going to get to stay because they're original, made out of the tomato paste.
It's what they add to ketchup. That's the problem. But I really
fentanyl, the heroin.
I don't know about that. But there really is a wellness movement, I feel like, that's taking place. And so that's what we do at Big Country Med Spa. We have a lot of different services that we offer. One of them, which Tonya loves and enjoys, is our medical body work. So that is something we offer to help people move better, feel better, address their chronic pain, any injuries somebody might have. But we also offer things to help with weight loss. And we also do vitamin therapies. We have 2 nurse practitioners on staff and a nurse, so we definitely have a wellness component that just kind of takes a more holistic approach, but they are medical providers. We are a medical practice still. And yes, we have a lot of different offerings.
And Big Country Med Spa is very well balanced. But one of the things is, because of the station that we're on, We have a lot of elderly listeners. I'm going to say elderly, and I don't mean it elderly as in old. I mean it more in elderly as in 45 and above. And that's when a lot of the joint issues, a lot of the pain and muscle issues begin. Me, being a one-arm guy, being born with one arm, my hand has had it. My arm has had it. As a matter of fact, you can probably see from being across the console where you can see the fingers.
Those are some arthritic changes in your hands.
And they are brutal, especially with this cold weather we've been having. There's literally, I have been trying to find somewhere a bandsaw or a chainsaw to put my arm in front of and cut it off because it is that much of a pain. Can Big Country Med Spa help with stuff like that? Especially for a lot of the folks that are listening this morning. You got pains? Tell us, Cara.
I think most people, when we do hit, between the ages of 40 and 50, this is when people become almost accustomed. They're like, that's just my norm. Your norm should never be chronic pain. And we become accustomed to these things. So I love showing people that you don't have to live in constant daily pain. So we, yes, we offer massage, but we use a lot of modalities to address, arthritis, one of them. We work on the hands. There's not one part of the body that we cannot, address and help somebody with. So people sometimes don't realize that they're lacking mobility until we get something to move better too. So, and with better mobility, you have better circulation in your body, you're able to move better, and overall that will just help things like arthritis.
Like I probably didn't realize that my neck, like my head didn't move like it's supposed to until I started going to Cara.
Yeah.
And then she's like, it's stuck.
Yeah. But Tonya
But it's
didn't
just been
realize
that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if your neck has not moved for about 10 years, you won't recognize that it's not moving until we, mobilize some things. And yeah, so it's kind of fun to see people become more active and they're not afraid of waking up in the morning and getting out of bed. Things like plantar fasciitis. Some people have dealt with plantar fasciitis for years, not realizing that there actually is something you can do about that.
One of the things that I want to interject here is because we did hit the 40 to 50 age range. And just because you're in your mid-30s and late 30s, you need to start thinking about it. And if you're in your 40s or early 50s, don't ignore it. Because by the time you get into your 60s, I know for a fact that the pain is excruciating and it doesn't go away, it continues to grow. But I also want to say that because of the lack of people exercising, the Pilates that Tonya speaks of, I'm glad you're a big promoter of it. You do it on your show a lot, and I'm glad that we get to speak of it because we have a lot of listeners. I mean, literally thousands upon thousands of listeners that can benefit from this. But at the same time, we don't need to ignore things like these. So, Big Country Med Spa, you're there to help. I just learned from you that you work on hands. I'm telling you right now, you start looking at my fingers, they're going in different directions. They're moving, but I have to be active, I have to keep moving. So is it something that is part of the norm? I'm saying, I'm gonna put it off. Okay, I can start at age 55.
Yeah, the earlier you address these things, the better off you're going to be long term. So we have clients that come in their 30s. These are very active people that want to stay active, and they probably won't have to face some of those things because they're taking a proactive approach, doing this much earlier. A lot of people feel that, massage and body work is kind of this luxury, that this is a spa. I think we're starting to see that it's not a luxury, but rather it's a necessity. It should just be part of your self-care routine.
Isn't body work maybe what, you see pro athletes, they go and get trained? I mean, it's...
Absolutely. So, if you look in...
Not that we're pro athletes,
no,
but still.
but we want to be active. But yeah, a lot of these, sports teams, they utilize, massage therapists. We do body work. That's kind of an encompassing term. But yeah, you'll find it's not just for the athlete, it's for the everyday person. But this is how athletes are performing better, for sure. So,
With body work and
Yeah.
massage.
yeah.
I
It doesn't
want.
mean that we can't.
I just wrote myself a note because I've been meaning to ask this of you from the times I've seen you. But literally, I have made some changes in my life. One of the changes that I realized, and it has to deal with the arthritic pain that I have in my hand. I only have one. I was born with one, so that's all I've got. I've had a surgery done on it one time, and the surgeon came back and said, I was looking at the hand of a 95-year-old man. And I had that surgery done when I was in my mid-50s. He goes, your hand is worn out. But with that said, he also gave me some advice on things that I needed to start doing. And my wife, being in the medical field, she said, you know what, you remember what he said? And I remembered it. She said, you need to lay off the beef, son. And I was like, that has nothing to do with it. I quit beef for 2 weeks, and guess what started happening? I started feeling the mobility. So I started going a lot medless. In other words, no medicines. I take my vitamins. I take the minerals and vitamins that I do in the morning, and that's it. But I'm also eating different. Is that something that the Big Country Med Spa can coach me on and help me with? I don't want chemicals in my body. I like to say, my saying is, God put everything on this earth that we need to make our bodies perfect. What do you say?
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. I feel like so much of what we consume can be inflammatory for our body. I think every body is different. Some things are more inflammatory, for others. But with the wellness aspect of what we do at the spa, we do a lot of weight loss, but we don't just send you on your way with weight loss injections. There's some coaching that goes into that, and we guide you through some choices that you can make at home, and that's up to the person to really employ those things. But we do give people education, and if somebody is looking to lose weight, to eat better, it's something we check in with the client on a regular basis and make sure they're on the right track with their progress.
I went in for a physical not too long ago, and I walked in to my doctor, and we'll leave him nameless, and he says, I'm going to help you. And I have lost a lot of weight, and I've been trying to do it the only way. And he said, I've got something for you. And he reaches, spins around to his desk, pulls something out, it looked like a ballpoint pen like this, and he lifted up my shirt and then poked me in the belly and said, there you go, I'm going to help you lose weight. This is going to answer it for you. And he gave it to me, and I'm not going to name the brand because it was the most popular brand. And he says, I'm going to give you, he goes, I talked to the drug rep that does it, and he gave me enough for you. We're going to keep you in it for a year. After the very first week, I have IBS to begin with. That jacked with me in the worst way. I had one shot, and that's all I needed. And I was like, all right, we're done. We're done. So, but the fact of the matter is that if I take care of what I look at from the plate to the mouth, keeping an eye on these things, it makes a big difference. But I also need the exercise, and I need the muscle, I guess.
And that's the thing. If somebody chooses to do weight loss injections, and there are different types, it is very important that person stay active, but also there are some other things that we can do besides weight loss injections, things that we can offer that you don't have to necessarily go that route, but you can't ignore, there's a nutrition component, there's an activity component, there's a sleep component. There's a lot of things that go into reducing inflammation in the body, but also if somebody is looking to lose weight or change their body composition, it's a lot of factors that go into that.
All right, so you just took the words out of my mouth, because I'm like, yeah, the more we actually try to help ourselves, because I would rather do it without the chemicals, and we have the new guy that's for this current political administration, not to talk politics, but he's bringing to our attention the things that are in the foods that we eat.
Absolutely.
That tend to help us and hurt us. So, but is dealing with pain, that's different though.
It's different. But nutrition plays a role in that too. Sometimes if somebody's experiencing joint pain, like you said, when talking about your hands, it really could be what you're consuming. So I think it's important not to just, ignore that. But obviously, I love body work. I love massage. I think every body needs body work. That's kind of my little catchphrase, that every body needs some body work.
Well, I call you the pain reliever, because you're helping us. All right, so you're located on, is it Industrial?
Yes, yeah. We are on the southwest corner of Industrial and Sales, right at the light.
All right, Industrial and Sales. And do you take just walk-ins, or do you have to have an appointment?
So it's an appointment only. But
and it is medical, folks, so remember this is medical.
Yes. So we, our practice, we actually have a physician that oversees the practice. And we do, referrals with doctors, and but we are appointment only. You can book an appointment online, or you can call or text. Super easy to do. You can follow us on social media. We're kind of a fun group on there. So, yeah.
I think there's a lot of things too, and maybe we talked about this last time, but I have jaw pain a lot because I have screws in my jaw. And so she can release your jaw, and it feels so much better.
Yeah, and it goes
so
back
many
to
things I had no
any
idea.
part of the body. I mean,
Yes.
we do lymphatic drainage if somebody's struggling with sinus issues. We've got, West Texas, all this dirt and stuff in the air. There's a lot of different things we can do for the body.
Well, and also just because you said 45 and over are considered elderly. So they also do pellets.
Yeah.
So to help with menopause.
So we do, hormone replacement is another service that we offer. Which
Because our bodies aren't making it like they used to.
No, and when we optimize those hormones, it's amazing how much more energy we have. We sleep better, our mood is better, and that usually just starts with the consult. So we can do lab work in office. So many different things.
So those are things that I do. I do body work. I do pellets, or what did you call it? Hormone replacement. And then what are the shots I take for energy?
So we can do like a lipomino, which is like a B complex.
They're the ones that make your brain not foggy.
Oh, the NAD.
Yes,
the NAD.
I'm going to tell you. Okay,
Yeah.
so one of my friends told me about these, and I just thought, well, I'll try it. She said she'd done all this research on it, so I texted Cara, and she said yes, they have them. And so I started taking them. You give yourself a shot once a week. And you get like a 4 months. 1 month supply.
Yeah, 1 month supply.
So there's 4 shots. And anyways, I felt so much better because I'd had brain fog. I just felt tired. I mean, my kids were like, "What is wrong with you?" And about a week later, they even said, "You seem so much better." Well, I guess probably maybe over Christmas, I just didn't ever go get any more. And then one weekend, I was like, "Oh my goodness, I am so tired. My brain is just not working. What is going on?" And then I thought, I quit taking those shots. And so I feel like, at least for me, those have really helped.
Yeah, and it's important to know that something like NAD, that is actually naturally occurring in our body, but as we age, NAD is depleted. So we're essentially putting it back in. So this is really something that helps it's very anti-aging. We're kind of bringing back some youth to the body, so it can help with, like you said, brain fog, probably sleep better energy levels. And that's just one thing, and it's worked really well.
Yeah, well, I tell everybody about these shots too. And so I was telling my friend about them whenever she came in town a couple of weeks ago. And then, how your phone listens to you. And so it was telling me all of these, showing up on Facebook and how it can help. And I don't know if this to be a fact or not. This is just what Facebook was saying, that it can help with dementia, and that they're using it for dementia and to prevent Alzheimer's. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what it's going to do,
but I think
it does
that's what
make
the
my brain
research is starting
better.
to go that direction. Because these things deplete as we age, and what happens when we age, some people have memory problems. So.
Well, Ms. Lyon, let's talk about this in the fact that as we age, you brought that up, but something that we have, that most of us have, has put us all in front of us because we have become, how do I put this? What are the words? Less active due to that little computer that's in your hand or sitting on the desk in front of you. Do you think that's made a major contribution to the lack of exercise that we're getting. And now I see the increase of people now complaining at a younger age of stuff the older people used to complain about 20 years ago.
Yeah, I think our phones can be very isolating. You know, people, I think especially in these younger generations, there's just less conversation going on. Just the way we communicate has changed.
But we sit around doing nothing in front of a screen.
It's a sedentary thing, and honestly, most people, when they look at their phones, their heads are down and their thumbs scrolling. I think we're going to see, I don't know, maybe some tendonitis, carpal tunnel just from scrolling alone, but it actually does affect people's necks. Even myself, I work a little bit from my phone. I know that Tonya does as well. A lot of people work from their phone, and if your head is in a flex position for more than 10 minutes, that is going to change the curve of your neck.
And it's hurting.
And it will hurt. And then muscles would become short, and you'll just need to come in for some body work.
So I told Cara the other day that, you know, a lot of times I put my phone down and then I don't look at it. And it just made me think one of the reasons that I started doing that is I could feel my fingers hurting by the end of the night. And I thought that's because I've been on my phone too much, you know, from scrolling.
Absolutely. So the other question that I had was, Tonya brought it up just a little while ago, you know, maybe having some cognition issues or the brain just, I'm exhausted. I need some sleep, but then I lay down, I can't get that sleep. So the JAMA, Journal of American Medical Association, just revealed that they're saying that antidepressant medication or anti-anxiety or the anxiety medication are now a major cause, and they can now prove it. The Swedes did the study, and now they brought it to America, and guess what? If you're on depression medication or even anxiety, you know, that's not so bad, oh, just a little anxiety, it is causing cognition issues, and they now are saying they could be the cause for one of the two majors that they always say that people can't remember, dementia and Alzheimer's. Yeah. The two big. Is there any to that? Because I'm watching the chemicals that I eat, and I'm talking whether it's the ketchup, the mayonnaise, the mustard, or whatever they're putting in it.
Yeah, I think a lot of these, this is a multifactorial thing, but I do think, you know, with some of the medications that we use to treat depression and anxiety, I'm not a physician, but that will change, you know, the chemicals in the brain, but food will change, you know, the way our brain functions too. So I think there's a lot that goes into it. They've also shown that, you know, even sleeping medications, you know, can kind of disrupt, you know, cognition long term. So what's kind of cool is I think we're starting to find things that naturally occur in the body that deplete as we age. We can replace those things, and that in and of itself can help, you know, reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia, rather than just medicating.
Well, I'm trying to do it the best way I know how, and I watched grandparents. My wife's grandparents, I've been married to her for nearly 43, 45 years, and I watched her grandpa, who could still get up I had to get him off the roof at 95. He died one day before his 100th birthday. But when he passed, I watched him and I wondered, what is he doing? He went out and bought local honey from these guys, and he says, I have a tablespoon or two every day. And he could remember the name and even the phone number of the mechanic that last worked on his car at age 95. And I'm like going, you have got to be kidding me. Now looking back at it, I'm going, was it the honey that he did? So I'm starting to follow in his steps.
Who knows? I know it can help with allergies if you use local honey.
Non-filtered. He always said, don't let them filter it. Don't let them put nothing on it. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm doing now.
Or maybe some placebo effect, I don't know, but the brain's pretty powerful, so.
It's got my brain thinking. All right, so once again, Big Country Med Spa has helped get Tonya Harbin in such great shape that she's going to sell your real estate for the best and never going to leave any money on the table. All right, so Tonya Harbin Real Estate Hour. I'm glad you she's incredible to have in the studio. Thank you, Tonya.
I know. Well, it's just so much information I think that people need to know that you wouldn't know otherwise know.
Cara, Lyon, you're phenomenal. And for all of us that have been wanting to ask these questions, maybe we ought to have a seminar like at the Civic Center or something like that, and Tonya Harbin Real Estate, and have everybody come on out. And if you're allowed to ask one question, what question would that be? So Big Country Med Spa, do you do, like pop in? Because my wife's back is always, she's a nurse, or she's actually running the office for a doctor's office, and she'll get up to take patients back and forth, but other than that, she's sitting in front of that computer.
Yeah, we don't do chiropractic care, so there may be a spontaneous pop that just happens as we work on the body. However, we have chiropractors in the area that we do referral work with as well, if we feel like that's something we need to explore.
But they also, if you just need a relaxing day, they also do facials,
skincare. We can create a whole spa day. So
we actually had our team go, and we did a spa day where we
didn't invite me. I thought I was part of the team.
The next one. But we did massages and facials, so that was fun. And then they also do Botox.
Yes.
My other favorite thing.
Yeah. Paul's favorite. Tonya's in the office quite a bit.
Yeah. I don't think that I would have let that cat out of the bag.
I mean, it's just a true fact. Most people, so many people get Botox.
Yes.
And I am one of those vain guys that wants the wrinkles to go away. Not just my wife's, but mine as well.
Men do Botox as well, and it can be done in a very subtle way. You don't have to have, a face that doesn't move.
Do you have any openings this afternoon?
I would like for my face to not move.
Do you have any openings?
Call or text.
Okay. I've got to get an appointment this afternoon on a Saturday.
Their business does take texting, which I love.
Yes, so you can text for an appointment. We are open Monday through Saturday. So we are open on Saturdays as well. And
how late on Saturdays?
Saturdays we close at 5, so a little bit earlier.
I will be there this afternoon.
Yeah, but Monday
then they
through
also,
Friday.
you can book online.
Yes.
Ooh.
On their website.
And we're open 9 to 7 Monday through Friday.
9 to 7 Monday through Friday. And what is the website address?
So it's www.bigcountrymedspa.com.
That's it, bigcountrymedspa.com, bigcountrymedspa.com, or 325-400-6830. Is that right?
Correct.
That's 400-6830, 400-6830, or 2301 Industrial Boulevard. All right, so the Big Country Med Spa. I'm glad you answered a lot of questions, and I honestly believe that if you can take care of it without having to take a bunch of, I'm just afraid of the chemicals we're taking and the meds that they put us on are maybe a little too much.
Yeah, we should be concerned.
And Tonya is going to invite us to her Pilates class, so...
Cara goes to Pilates,
I go to Pilates,
too. Do you really?
I got Tonya to come.
Yeah.
So I keep seeing these things on the internet, and I see the commercial where the guy is sitting on the chair, and this is all you got to do, and then next all of a sudden, he's got a six-pack abs, and he goes, lift your leg up, put it down.
Advertising.
Lift your leg up, put your leg down. Lift your leg up. I tried that for a whole month.
Yeah, it takes a little more work and effort than that. And you can't strap something on your stomach that flexes your abs. That's not going to give you a six-pack
also hard
either.
though to get a six-pack. It's also eating what you put in your body.
Your body
not
composition
just
plays
Do
a
not
role.
eat. Drink the six-pack instead. I'll just... Okay, I'm going to behave before I get ourselves in trouble here. But yeah, and most definitely. I tried that. Lift your leg up, put your leg down, lift the other leg up. It did not work. I ended up eating more Oreos at the end of the day. So it's always a lot of fun. All right, so Cara, Lyon, thank you very much. Once again, they're open till 5 p.m. today, Saturday.
Yes,
And
thank you.
From what time to what? Till
So
7?
Monday through Friday, we are
8 to
open till
7?
7.
All right.
9 to 7.
9 to 7. All right. BigCountryMedSpa.com. And Tonya Harbin, thank you, Tonya.
Thank you, Rudy.
This has been enjoyable. I feel a lot better. Hey, I'm kind of invigorated now.
It's a placebo effect.
I don't know what that means, but I want some of it. All right. You've been listening to the Tonya Harbin Real Estate Hour. That's right. If you need to buy, sell, or just want to invest, you want to call Tonya Harbin at 325-603-3550 or see her at TonyaHarbin.com. That's TonyaHarbin.com. And if you want to find out where they're selling, because they got open houses this weekend, you can always check it out. Facebook at Tonya Harbin Team. And then start packing. You're going to be moving soon. This is KYYW, Abilene, Texas.